Dear viewers of Gaza Media, we are here live in Columbus, Ohio for the memorial celebration of Manfred Nashu, who was an activist, a politician, a community leader who did a lot for the BLM, and Honorable Professor Ndabugan here, all the way from Cameroon, came for a visit and happened to be here, and he get a testimony which was very compelling. I feel the people were cheering, there was a lot of emotion, but people were still happy. I mean, you X-ray the life of Manfred Ashu unto when the BLM was created. Because I think that was something that everybody talking about the BLM, Manfred, full division. So my question to you would be, how long were you able to work with him to know someone like that, to summarize all of that in that short amount of time?
Anyway, thanks for the opportunity to speak with you. I won't say I worked with him that long, but growing up, because I'm not of his generation, growing up and knowing him, it became important to follow his footsteps in a way, because he was up against enormous odds. His main crusade was the full division for the BLM, what was then Lebialem. And you saw what he went through. He was ridiculed and all sorts of things were named, but called him. In fact, he didn't went to the military tribunal because he was so interested in this project, which people tried to torpedo. And the documents which they concocted to send him to jail were real. But he was able to be steadfast until it was proven that those documents did not emanate from the forces that big. So when he went to the military tribunal, he was free. So what attracted us so much was the consistency, the resilience, the determination. And he fought this battle, you can say with a few people, but with lots of odds. And he had professional, social, and political difficulty, which he continued, but in the end, he was lobbying. The full division was created before he died.
Yes, but
he was happy.
Prof, there was something to that also catch my attention. Because it was not selfish. Because you even mentioned that he could even run for the parliament. But he said, no, you as a young, vibrant person, because you saw your own potential, and said, you go into parliament, join politics. There's something that you can do. And you speak and you succeeded. And we learned a lot through your one term that you were in the parliament. But now, looking back or looking forward, what message now will you provide to the younger generation that passing the battle?
I think you're very right. When I ran for parliament, he was actually one of the contestants at the primaries of the Social Democratic Front, from which party I ran to go to parliament. But it was so convivial, I would say, because he didn't feel a sense of bitterness that why were we, the younger people, coming to our state, somebody who had simply done something that was so visible, like the full division thing. On the contrary, we were able to sit after the primaries and talk, and we continued to talk until he passed. Maybe it's possible that our paths had crossed before then, because we met in so many different organizations, particularly the women portion of the women organization in Yaoundé, where I was Secretary General at the time. And we had a still convergence of view and approach. So to him, it was good because he could at least say, all right, I'm not going to be the representative, but I think if they let me to go by, I think the generation coming up now may do us good. So that was also because of me, the individual, but also because of the mindset of the people I operated at the time. Yeah. So it was a group of people, because my being parliamentarian was also because I had a group of people who worked with me from Yaoundé, and the movement spread across the country. And that's exactly how it worked. And he liked that stuff.
Yes, now, switching gear a little bit. Now, there's this thing called the BM Paralized Vision. I don't think you have heard of it.
No?
Yes. So what they are trying to say is if the BLM can be united, come together, they can begin to realize many bigger projects here in the US. They started a year ago. They are still doing mobilization. but it's kind of spreading to Cameroon, where they're inviting the firm from the BM. I think for our reporting, 5 firms have confirmed that will be in Arizona on May 23rd and 24th. So the goal is to unite all the BLM so that some projects sometimes they are duplicated. If all the firms come together and they form a unity, a united front, they may realize some of these projects. But one of the shortcomings is most of the youth, especially here in the US, are not very motivated, are not very participating in some of this endeavor. Looking back at what Batman Friendship is, looking back at what you teach in your own record, a message to the youth.
Nothing good comes easy. There has to be consistency and resilience and determination and no backsliding. Because there are moments when we easily turn around and fight each other instead of trying to look for what the common good is. Because with that, with a synergy in both our conception and orientation, we will succeed. But until we are ready to make the sacrifices that are required for collective action, we will always at some moment find the reason for there to be fissures in the group. Once there are fissures, the people must committed, determined, and willing to take the collective good to consideration. The collective, be willing, as in Barman Fred spoke, quoting Brother Italian I think, who said, no sacrifice should be more than including our own lives for the sake of the people. Once you have that as a goal, and that's what I try to say tonight, the Shoes was able to go through because he had found reason beyond just the ordinary. To say, if I will get the full division, then they will now have a right to request and have what each division has. Unless we do that, we will make the backwaters.
Yeah, you wanted the container
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's now left for people to go for. I'm glad to hear about what you're talking about. People do that, no grandstanding, collaboration, and sincerity of purpose.
Yeah.
That will work.
Yes, Mama, thank you. I want to thank you so much for your time. Thank you for taking out this time. Dear viewers of Gaza Media, this was Honorable Professor Ndobugan, who was a parliamentarian, I think, from 1997 to 2002. So he did a lot. Many people know him for that. So we had the opportunity here to talk to him casually. So, but at least we are here for the celebration of Bama Production. So thank you so much. Continue to follow us, our channel, so that you can get more news about the BLM development. Thank you.